What up, family? It's your man Alex one more time. Once again, I'm making another YouTube video, returning back to my channel now consistently, making videos again, and I'll be posting as much as I can when I do have some downtime. But I'm not going to hold the video long and get right into it. The reason you're here is because I'm assuming and would think that you want more information on what's going on with this account and the job itself and how it works. So this job I have with Variant, I just started in August of this year with Variant, and I was working with U.S Xpress with the lease purchase program, and I ended up having my firstborn son, and me and my wife welcomed my baby in September. So the lease purchase program wasn't for me. It's not something that was working out in my favor. So after I had my son, I transitioned home, and then I let them know I wanted to come back, but I wanted to be home as much as I could, because having a baby and being a truck driver, it's hard to coexist with each other. And I was over the road with the lease purchase program, so therefore I wanted to be home. So they welcomed me back with open arms. I really didn't leave the company. I just took some time off for family. And they understood, what I had going on, so they didn't waste any time by making sure I had what I needed. So long story short, when I came back on the company and through Variant, and with the Walmart account. It's based out of Henderson, North Carolina. And of course, I live in Columbia, South Carolina. The difference between the two places is about 4 hours exactly, and some change somewhere in there. And what I do is I come in every week, and I stay out no longer for about 6 to 7 days, depending on what day I started my shift. That's the day I should return home back to Columbia from Henderson. So the basis of it is that with Variant, being an over-the-road driver, with the position I have a sleeper, as you can see in the back, and I report to the Walmart terminal in DC out there in Henderson, and I report back there every day. Good thing is I don't have to specifically come back to the terminal. I can be on a load and didn't have time to make it back, or whether I was sleepy and didn't feel like I could drive, and maybe I'm like an hour or 2 hours away, they'll still dispatch me on a load, and then I just return from finishing the prior load I had been doing the whole time. But overall, from my opinion and my perspective, it's a great job with Variant, great opportunity. I can't really say it's a bad job. I mean, I haven't experienced anything on my end that's let me know, to not recommend it to somebody. It's definitely a great opportunity. Consistent work right now. The holiday season is around the corner. Thanksgiving is next week, Christmas as follows, and, right back around, we're approaching New Year's and so forth, and then here comes 4th of July. But the basis of what I've experienced have been great. I mean, my driver leader here at Variant's been working with me. She's been, transparent with me. She's been helping me understand what I need to do and how I needed to do it, and she worked with the Walmart DC to even get me on this account. So for me, I haven't really experienced, a job like this where it's fast paced and, it's consistent, because the industry, of course, has been slow. From the owner operating end to leasing to whether you are a company driver, the industry has been kind of slow. But with Variant being on the over-the-road account and having this Walmart account and being able to have this opportunity has really blessed me indeed. So like I said, I come in, week by week, and I go home, and I'll let them know I want to go home. They'll find me a load to Columbia. We don't just only deliver to the Walmart stores. We deliver to the Walmart Supercenter stores, and then we deliver to the Walmart neighborhood market stores. Then we also deliver to Sam's Club. So we're doing 3 sets of stores, and we only do, in my region, we do Tennessee, we do Virginia, we do North Carolina, we do South Carolina, And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's about it. So we don't go to West Virginia. We don't do any outskirts. We don't go to New York or Florida. We don't go to Georgia. So in connection to what I've done so far and what they've let me know is I'll start out, just doing what everyone else is doing, the same routine. And they only service those Walmarts and Sam's Clubs in the area. So again, that would be, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And, we report at the Walmart DC, and there's a host of variant trucks out there. There's a host of U.S. Xpress lease purchase trucks that are out there. And those are sleeper trucks. And then they have the local drivers who drive day cabs, and those day cabs say U.S. Xpress on the side. So they have the over-the-road people to come in and, help out with the account. Then they have the day cab people to come in. Those day cab drivers, they live around Henderson, North Carolina, where we report out of, where that Walmart DC is at. And then the over-the-road team, as I'm a part of, we return there every day. And then we get home time, or we go home when I reset. So how I do it, depending on where you live and if you're even able to get on with the account, it just depends on your zip code, and let alone like if you can travel from there. If they think that you're a good fit, they'll put you on. You would have to go through a process. For me, I didn't have to go through a process. They looked out for me and saw what was going on with my situation, and my driver leader took care of me. So I owe that to God, and I owe that to God for sure. But again, when it comes to this account, every week we stay out for about 6 to 7 days. We report to Sam's Club, we report to Walmart, the neighborhood stores and supercenters, and we deliver their frozen, we deliver their dairy, we deliver like ice cream, we deliver cheese, we deliver eggs, we deliver anything dealing with the dairy department, anything dealing with the frozen department, we deliver that. The times that you have to be in for frozen and dairy, you have to be in at least before, I think, if I'm not mistaken, between 9 and midnight. And then they also have the opportunity for you to do that morning shift. So they have the night shifts for the Walmart account, and they have the morning shifts. So it varies on what you want to do. If you feel like, okay, hey, I don't want to run the night, I want to run the morning shift, you can. Now, mind you, if you start running the night shift, you'll be running night the whole week, depending on how you manage your clock. But if you want to run the morning shift, you can wait and say, hey, I'll take a morning load, and then, they'll network with you, and, you communicate what's going on and how you want to do it, or what best fits your situation. Me, I'm available to do night and morning shifts because I just don't have a preference on which one is better. If they do have you sitting because they can't find you a load, the great thing is that they still pay you. The insane part to me is that the variant lease purchase and the variant over the road drivers that are not with an account, if I'm not mistaken, they don't get paid. Now, they did change the pay from $250 a day to $100 a day, but I'd rather grab something than nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So for me, again, I come in, I get my paperwork, they'll tell me, hey, the load is still being worked on. There's a percentage of the load that they're still trying to figure out. So we'll call you when the load is finished. Sometimes the warehouse can, be behind. But if you're a trucker and you've been doing this for a minute, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. But I'm also signed up to be a trainer. And I just recently got that opportunity yesterday when my driver leader at Variant called me and asked if I was interested. So, with that being said, she thought I'd be a good fit, and she, let me know, here's the process and here's the classes you have to take to be a trainer for Variant. And, it's about a 2-day class, if I'm not mistaken. And as soon as you finish, you'll get your first student. You'll get paid some of their miles. You'll get paid, while they're in the truck with you. And then, of course, you'll be training them, and, you'll be able to get paid if they graduate when they leave your truck. So that's what I'm working towards now, is being in a position where I'll be training someone on how to deal with this account and how to work this account the right way. So I'm excited, and again, I have really nothing bad to say about the Walmart and Sam's Club variant and U.S Xpress account right here in Henderson, North Carolina. They also have a plethora of other accounts with Walmart and Sam's Club that are partnered with Variant, but they're like up north, and some of them are maybe in Atlanta and and down south towards Florida. So it really depends on what area you're in. But I haven't really seen somebody make a video about the Walmart and Sam's Club Variant and U.S Xpress account. I know they have a Dollar Tree account. That's the most popular account, but that's a lot of work. That's dog work. I ain't got time to be taking off box by box and treating it like Cisco and Pam and not Pam, but a host of those jobs where you're taking off pieces by pieces, like Gordon Food Service and McLean. That's that Dollar Tree account. I don't have time for that. The Walmart account, you don't touch the freight. Okay, what happens is when you pick up your load from the Walmart DC, whether you drive a Variant sleeper truck or whether you drive a U.S Xpress day cab, you get to the Walmart stores, you get to the Sam's Club stores, depending on what store you're doing. You pull into the dock, you go back to the receiving area, and you ring the bell early in the morning, or whether you're doing a late night load and you ring the bell, someone will come there. You check in with your paperwork, you show them what's going on, you tell them I'm here for frozen and dairy, or maybe I'm here for meat and produce, and they'll let you in. You're not touching anything. They're getting a pallet jack and taking it off. You're just counting with them, and that's just that. So if there's any more questions, comments, concerns about how this account works with Variant and the Walmart account they have, and along with U.S Xpress, the account they have with Walmart and the Sam's Club. Like I said, it's Walmart, Sam's Club, it's the neighborhood stores, it's the super centers, and of course, it's consistent work. And like I said, I work out in Henderson, and I can't complain. Great job, great job opportunity versus what I was doing a couple of years ago, which was leasing. And the job I had before this was working at JP Hunt as a dedicated driver with the Belk account, and that's another story within itself. But I don't see myself leaving. Great job opportunity, a great pay, as well as like I don't make $1,500 some weeks I may not make the best. I may make as low as to like maybe 11 or 12. But as far as like, if you work it, you can make 17, you can make 18. I know that's the questions that y'all are asked, like how much can you make with the Walmart account with Variant and U.S Xpress? You can make 17, 1800. If they pushing you 500 something miles a day, or 400 miles a day, or 300 miles a day, and then if you're sitting, you still getting $100. And how it works is, quick tip, if you are sitting waiting on the load and you're trying to figure out, okay, they said I would get paid for waiting on the load, you don't go inside the terminal and say, hey, can you guys pay me $100? They're not going to pay you. You would have to call your driver leader or your driver manager where you did your orientation, and then explain to he or she, hey, they had me sitting at the Walmart account with Variant for a day. And then therefore, they'll approve that $100 and they'll send it to your check or your payroll whenever you get paid. We get paid every Friday at Variant and U.S Xpress. So, I mean, like, again, it's a great account. If you're interested and you need more information, you guys know where to get at me with. And real quick, I also have a podcast. It's called the Truckers Lounge Podcast. You can catch all of my audio and all of my insight and all of what I offer as far as advice. And I have guest appearances on the show from different truck drivers who may have been driving for a minute, and those who just started driving. So it's a new podcast. I'm just jump starting it. It's not as big as I want it to be yet, but when you're trying to start something, you do have to let it grow and give it time. But you can find the Truckers Lounge podcast on Spotify. If you put in Truckers Lounge, it'll easily come up. And I have a couple of episodes already with some trucking buddies of mine, my road dogs, shout out to them. But I'll also put a description of the Walmart and Variant and U.S Xpress Sam's Club account on my podcast. So if you don't catch me here on my YouTube channel, catch me there on Spotify, Truckers Lounge Podcast. Also my TikTok page, 404 Trucker. I also have a lot of content on there. So I'm expanding my social media, trying to get it back, and my YouTube channel, of course. So, but if you guys have any more questions about Variant, what the experience has been for me, and the over-the-road account with Variant, the Dollar Tree account with Variant, the Walmart account with Variant, please let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. But in the meantime, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.